I'm learning. Like, when you get in your 30s, you learn how to work smarter and not harder. And I'm learning that. So I called them and I said, let's push this time back to 9. I know good and well I wanted to get here before that. But I don't want this hanging over my shoulder as if, like, 7 o'clock. Like, no. Let me do a full 10 hour. And in all honesty, 10 hours is not enough rest. What is up, y'all? I don't know why I never record the good stuff. All right, so this is where we're at. So this is the entrance. You come in this way. And she was like, door number 1. Door number 1 is smack dab here. So I was parked right there where he's going on the side. And I was going to, I almost thought about blindsiding because you see that truck wasn't there. And I was going to use that space and just come in. I said, no. I'm going to flip around, do a U-turn, and I'm going to back it up so I can see it. And so I did. So I was proud of myself. And what's crazy is I'm always able to do these crazy maneuvers. And this one is not really that crazy. Made it not crazy is because I had that space right there. It's not a full space with there's a porta potty there. It's not a full space there, but I was able to go up and just go straight back once I was able to get out of here. So it just made sense to do it. It was easy. And I had a little audience. They was watching because they was like, uh-oh, is he going to go on the grass? Nah, I'm not going to go on the grass. I know what I'm doing. Now, had I did that blind side, I would have had to get out every, 2 seconds trying to find out, trying to see. Because I don't know about y'all, but Brandon don't hit nothing. I'm not about to hit nothing. If I feel like I just don't know, I'm getting out and looking. I think I've only blindsided twice since I've been driving. Once was with my trainer because it was this truck stop that was full and we found the spot and he was like, I'm gonna get out. Don't worry about it. I'm about to guide you in. And then I blindsided somewhere else because you just had to blindside. And it took forever because I just kept getting out and looking because I wanted to be sure. I'd rather be sure than not be sure and hit something. So that's my motto. But I'm here at this shipper. I've never been here. I am in Rensselaer, Indiana, about 50 miles away from home, from Gary. But I don't know what they're loading up because I am a reefer driver and this is a industrial type of place. There's flatbed trucks. I'm like, what are y'all putting in here? I don't know. Maybe something that needs to be temperature controlled. And I am taking it to Iowa. So, but it's due in Iowa tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to run it tonight. So I'm taking this load, going back home. I even left Jax at home because it didn't make sense bringing him out. And I just left the kid at home. But I'm going back home after this, and we're going to run it probably at midnight. Iowa is going to be about 6 hours away. I'm planning to put an extra hour there just because I can take my time. And that's another thing. I'm learning to really have to plan. I'm not bad at it, but what I don't end up doing is being able to stop, being able to, do normal stuff like use the bathroom because I kind of been running myself thin. But not only that, it was like the planners were giving me loads. Like last night, I had dropped the load off at 5 o'clock and they had me, I didn't even know I had another load. I don't know why I didn't get the pre-plan notification. Usually I get that way before I even start the next load. Just letting me know there's another load and where I'm going and what time it starts. But that didn't happen yesterday. So it was weird. When I got done with that load, it just came in and I'm like, oh, okay. And they had the time for 7 o'clock. And then, no. It was 7 o'clock when I dropped that load off. It was 7 o'clock last night. And then they had me another load with the pre-plan for an appointment for 7 o'clock. And I'm looking at it as if, I got to do a 10-hour. I had started my clock 8 o'clock that day, and I wasn't going to drive anymore further down because it's late in the day. I didn't have time. I didn't feel like looking for truck stops, looking to park. I was going to shut down at Gary so I can go home. So I called in and I said, hey, is this a hard 7 o'clock or is this flexible? Let's move the time because I don't want to be running myself so thin. That means because if I shut down at 8 o'clock, got to the terminal, shut down, my clock didn't come back to 6 o'clock. And they are 50 something miles away, which is about an hour. I'm going to be late regardless. Then I can't even stop, give me something to eat, make coffee. That's just too thin. So I'm learning, like when you get in your 30s, you learn how to work smarter and not harder. And I'm learning that. So I called them and I said, let's push this time back to 9. I know good and well I wanted to get here before that, but I don't want this hanging over my shoulder as if like 7 o'clock. Like, no, let me do a full 10 hour. And in all honesty, 10 hours is not enough rest. Like, you're not going to even sleep for 10 hours because when you get to where you're going, even when I'm in a truck, I don't settle down until like 3 hours after I finish driving. I done showered, ate, and sometimes you have to force yourself to go to sleep. Sometimes you go straight to sleep because you're just tired. But like last night I went home. Now I knocked out at home because when you're at home, you're at home. You just got to know yourself and get yourself a program and don't let nobody punk you out. Like, call them, be like, hey, is this hard 7 or flexible? Because I'm like, y'all just gave it to me. Literally, it was 12 hours from that time, and I was not shut down. So it needed to be moved. And so I got here actually maybe 30 minutes ago, and that would have been 7:50. So I'm ahead of schedule. But not only that, I'm going to be ahead of schedule when I go to Iowa because I just want to be ahead. I was reading some of the notes and they said be prepared to wait. So, and I didn't want to, like, I could have spent the whole day driving there today and then shut down there and then be there. I just don't like doing all that empty waiting. That's a lot of empty waiting. And I've been driving at night. So I'm liking driving at night. Until we get snow and all of that, I think I'm going to just run at night because it's easier to drive. Long as I get a good nap, get some good sleep during the day. And like, I've worked midnights. I worked midnights in a hotel for probably 5 years. So my body is trained to adjust to working nights and handling all that. I said a whole lot, but I'm going to take you guys along the journey. I'll be sure to document, get some good footage of the road, and we'll get to it. Truck stop, and it has 3 floors. I'm gonna be able to experience it like that because it's 3 in the morning and I'm trying to get to where I'm going. Jackson's using the bathroom, and yeah. All right, good morning again, you all. We are in Iowa. We are at our location. Appointment was for 7. Well, is for 7. It's only 6:35. I thought I could go and get in here early and get out early, but they were like, no, we don't start until 7. So I had to circle out, and they have this gravel lot behind me, which is weird because I guess they have their empties as well there. I don't know, you know, everybody do their own thing. But the drive here was cool. Did not run into no traffic at all. Smooth sailing. Just a little mishaps of construction, but that did not slow us down or anything. But what's weird is because I have another pre-plan. After I leave here, I drive 2 hours to go pick up a load. And then that load is due tonight at 19:30, which is 7:30. And I don't think I'm going to be able to do that because I started my clock at 11 last night, or 12-ish, midnight. And I'm not going to have enough time on my 14 to do it. So we're going to have to figure that out. I will have to get with my fleet manager, and what I probably will end up doing is after I get 2 hours away, get loaded, I'm going to shut down and do a 10-hour. And we're going to see if we have a window. I think we have a window for that next load. And so we'll push that out as far as we can go. And then after my 10-hour, hopefully I can do a 10-hour. It's 6:37. If I can get out of here within an hour, get and do my 2 hours. Sorry, that's my truck shutting off. If I could get to where I need to get, and if I could shut down by 11 or 10, the earliest I can shut down, whatever. I can hurry up and get my 10-hour in and then get back on the road. So that's kind of how we're going to have to play this, because I like running at night, and I ran this at night. It just works better for me. So we'll see. Welcome back. It's light outside. The sun is coming up. We are at our door getting unloaded. As soon as I docked in, they literally start unloading me. So it doesn't look like I'll be here that long at all, which is good. So we can truck on and get on with our day. So after I leave here, like I said, I'm going to go to my next shipper, which is 2 hours away, and pick up that load. And then I probably will take a 10-hour somewhere around there. We'll figure that out. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm not good. I got to get good. I got to start making reminders to record. But we are out of Iowa, and I am in Wisconsin. Green Bay, Wisconsin, to be exact. I should have told my uncle I was coming here. We are here. I am at the shipper already. This load is going to Fort Wayne, Indiana. So this is actually past Gary, past where I live. My fuel stop is actually the terminal. It's really weird because I'm not going to be able to get this load. Well, I just talked to my fleet manager. I don't know. They've been giving me loads where I'm not able to be on time to drop it off. And I don't know if it's because I've been running at night. But a couple weeks ago, they were giving me loads. I will pick up the load and then it don't drop off to the next day. Now they're kind of making it seem like it's the same day. So I drove almost 6 hours this morning to get here, and it's probably another 6 hours to get back to get to Fort Wayne. And of course, I don't have that kind of time on my clock. You only have 11 hours to drive in a day, and I have 4 hours and 8 minutes left on my clock for driving. 5 hours and 16 minutes left on my 14. So what I plan to do, after talking to my fleet manager, he said, you can get it there whenever you can. So it's not a big deal. So I'm going to, part of me wants to shut down now. If I shut down now, then I can run it and get it there sometime tonight versus driving for 4 hours or 3 hours and a half, then shutting down. Then I will most definitely have to drive it at night. So I'm trying to play this. I'm trying to see. So this is my thing. I don't like driving through Chicago. I don't like driving this through. I don't even like driving my car through Chicago. But driving this is just so exhausting. So exhausting. Like, your arms are tired. It takes a lot out of you when you're doing bumper to bumper traffic. So what I'm trying to do, I'm going to, if I drive it I'm going to see how close. Hopefully I can get to like Beloit. If I can get to Beloit and shut down, that'd be cool. Or should I shut down here in Green Bay, do a 10-hour? It's 7:46. They're probably going to be done in the next 15 minutes. I heard that they are quick. And as soon as I pulled up, they started loading me. So if I'm out of here at 8 and I shut down at 8:30, that means my clock will come back to me at 6:30. And I guess I could get to them by midnight. That's the thing. We could do that. I don't know. I got a lot to think about. Now, if I start driving at 8, 9, 10, 11, that would get me closer, 3 hours closer, versus 3 hours, that would be 9, 10, 11, and I would shut down and start back at 9 and probably have 3 more hours to go. That's not bad. I guess it depends on how I feel. I don't know, y'all. It's a lot. Jack, stop. Look at a man that's walking his dog, and Jax is... What is wrong with you? Stop. You want him to walk you? You want to go for a walk with him? Stop. You're too loud. I'm recording. Look at me. Hey. Hey, you. Look. Okay, that's enough. They're gone. You don't even see them. Do you see them? Stop it. And get down out of my seat like that. Get down. All right. See what I got to do? Deal with rebellious children. All right. Just like that, I figured out what I'm going to do. I am going to drive some more. I've driven 356 miles today. And I'm going to drive and see. I'm going to do at least 2 hours. Get closer to Indiana. And then pick it back up when my clock comes. Because it's going to be nighttime by then anyway. And it should be good going through Chicago. So that's how we're going to do it. What's up, y'all? Checking back in. Man, I was about to be riding dirty. I am back. I made it to Illinois. I was trying my best to make it to this Love's that's in South Holland, but I should have knew better. I know Chicago. I live in the Midwest. I live in the Chicagoland area. I should have known better that I could not make that trip happen. So I had 4 hours on my clock, 4 hours and 8 minutes, remember? And Google was saying I had 3 hours and some change to get where I was going. 3 hours and like 40 minutes. So Copilot and Fuel and Routing, they routed me through 94, but Google was telling me to go through 294. I should have listened to Google and just paid the toll, because had I did that, I probably would have made it to South Holland Love's. So what I did, I called my fleet manager and I said, I need your help. I need some magic. He found me in Oasis by O'Hare. And then I finally was able to get here, pulled up, and they said a 2 hour limit. So that was bugging me. I'm just like, dang, I need to do a 10 hour. I need 8 hours more. So, I don't know. The boldness in me said, just go in there and ask them. So I went in there, used the restroom, bought something to drink. And I asked them, I said, how tough are y'all on that 2 hour limit? And the guy was like, what do you mean? I was like, how tough are y'all? Are y'all like, is it a hard 2 hours? He was like, no. You in a semi? He was like, we don't care. And I was like, oh, thank goodness. Because I said, I'll be gone tonight. He's like, oh, yeah, you good? So it worked out, y'all. It worked out. Me and Jax settled in. And don't mind my floor. Every weekend I vacuum at the end of the week. And I just ain't got to it yet. And then I bought a new vacuum cleaner, so I got to try that out and do all of that. But about to eat some food and relax, get some sleep, get some rest, because we have to drop this load off tomorrow. Well, I'm going to do it at 4 a.m. Delivering it at 4 a.m. to Fort Wayne. And then I got another pre-plan that came in. I'm going back to Joliet, picking up a load and bringing it back to Gary as a relay. I'm pretty sure that's my load to go home. Yeah, I can't even front. They have been throwing miles at me. No lie. I'm noticing I added them up today and I will be over 2,000. So it matters when you speak up for yourself and say, hey, I'm not liking this. This is not working. Like I said, next week, I'm going to be trying a dedicated line. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I was tallying up. Like, that's one thing I do. I always add my miles up myself. Make sure everything's looking good on my end and it's matching up to my stub. But they're adding miles. So I want to be at least at 2,500. My goal is 3,000. But if I'm at 25 to 2,800, I'm all right with that. I'm okay with that. But 3,000. So that's what I'm pushing for. All right, I'm about to chill out. This may be the end of this video because we're going to start something new tomorrow.